Welcome to Nintendawgs.
Yep.
It's like take 7.
I don't know about take 7. I just want to make sure the entire audience knows I let out one of the nastiest burps of my entire life, and then Riley deleted it because it's not appropriate as an opener.
It's not kosher.
Free Tom.
Free
Free Tom till he frees.
Sorry guys, I was very upset. It very much upset me. My dad was killed by a hiccup. You didn't even.
Oh, sorry. My laundry's done.
Great. Thanks, Lewis.
Yeah, but speaking of things that are upsetting, we are talking about traveling and vacations today.
How is it upsetting? That's
Let me finish, man. And Riley was saying how he was upset that he wasn't able to travel because all this travel talk has got him giddy to go travel and such.
Yar.
Giddy, huh? You're pretty giddy, Riley.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm stuck in a college dorm in Jacksonville.
With us.
Yeah.
It sounds like purgatory.
Nah, man. Some see it as purgatory. I see it as heaven on earth. Yeah.
Jacksonville, Florida? Yeah. Okay, but so yeah, we're gonna talk about vacations and traveling and stuff like that. And feel free before the video starts to leave a like, rate us a 5, or leave a nice little comment wherever you receive your comments. We're on Spotify and
YouTube. Sometime soon.
Probably.
Yeah.
So
Under somewhere in betwixt the Donkey Kong Super Smash Brothers Pokemon uploads.
Which you should check out
And
on our
running
YouTube
vlogs.
channel, rilerrr64.
Well, yeah, that's the channel that they're watching it on.
Oh.
Are you okay?
here we're doing
No, for the Spotify listeners.
Yeah.
so for our lovely Spotify audience.
Yeah, right.
This sexy Spotify audience.
Hi, Lois's mom.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Hi, Mrs. Perry.
All right, we should start talking
All
about.
right.
I guess that was bad timing.
Yeah,
Anyway.
So we did a little research beforehand, and so it sounds like Lewis was the least traveled so far. Like,
I mean, for example, I've never been west of St. Louis, and I've never been north of Ohio. So that's literally all I've been. Like, I've never done anything kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, in terms of, was it latitude? In terms of latitude, you have me beat because I've never been west of Nashville. But
Okay.
technically, Cancun and Nashville are on like the same parallel.
Equidistant.
Yeah, on like the west, east to west.
Yeah.
Like Nashville's directly north of Cancun, and I've been to Cancun 3 times. So.
Okay. Well,
But it's that's the farthest west I've been.
I've never been out of the country.
No.
not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
That's what I'm saying.
When am I going out of the country?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I hope you like Cambodia. It's nice this time of year.
Lewis, try this pill.
Okay, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, it'll help you with your cold symptoms or whatever. Haha, wink wink, nudge nudge.
Speaking of cold, I mean, I used to go to the hot. My youngest experience with the trip is the Outer Banks.
Oh, like the show?
No,
What does that have to do with cold? It's the opposite of cold.
the water's cold.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean,
so it works. Yeah.
Yeah. We used to go to the Outer Banks every other year for a family reunion of all my aunts, uncles, and cousins. And so we went there, I want to say from the time I was born till like 12 or 14. And then we switched it to Hilton Head. But now we do the Outer Banks, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, so that's what we used to do.
So are there like a lot of tourists because of the show, or?
Well, I didn't go when the show was popular. I haven't been since I was like 12 or 14. Yeah,
So 12 to 14 was when you went, and then
Yeah.
Hilton Head is now.
Yeah, we go to Hilton Head or Emerald Isle, which is just south of the Outer Banks.
I don't know. I think OBX was always pretty popular.
Oh, dude, it's packed. Like,
Yeah.
especially getting in there, it's like... But once you're there, it's a lot of fun. Like, hanging out with your family and, doing stuff. Like, we used to go go-karting. One year I cried because I wasn't tall enough to go yet.
Go-karting?
Yeah, but next year I was allowed to go go-karting. So it's kind of cool. I like the Outer Banks. It's like my earliest trip experience. Like, I remember, like taking a... My mom said we used to go to we went to Miami one time. And she got like chased by some tiger or something. Miami's kind of crazy, I guess. So
Miami is a bad shoot crazy part of the country.
way to catch yourself, man.
I gotta keep it PG.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Miami could be like a vacation spot. Like I didn't know.
I mean, in my area, like that's where everyone goes.
I took
for,
a
like,
3-day
spring
trip to
break.
Miami for the concert for Rolling Loud.
Well, yeah, I mean that's an event that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying like an actual like vacation. Like,
Yeah.
like scheduling his stuff, and it's like, okay, on this day we're gonna do this, and like the typical family vacation, the all inclusives.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, yeah, and like when you go, like I mean, I don't really know what I would do if I went. Like I mean, I've been through there a couple. Like we've driven through it.
Yeah, we drove through it. Yeah, to
It
get to
sucks, dude.
Yeah, we.
the only thing I remember was that I was like, oh, cool, that building's shaped like a guitar, and then I went back to sleep.
Oh yeah, that building. Yeah. You do your research.
I passed out for like 4 hours. I was like, yay.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
You guys went to the Keys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So our friend Anthony, for what was it, Labor Day?
For Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, we went down to his house in Key Largo, and we just drove down I-95 south. And so yeah, we got to see like a lot of Florida highway, and
Yeah, it
we
was
passed
awesome.
we passed through Miami.
How long was the drive?
6.5,
Yeah.
7 hours.
Yeah, that was killer.
The way back, we took a wrong turn, so we stopped in Disney Springs, and we went to Legoland.
Was it
The
a
Lego
wrong
store.
turn,
Sorry.
or did someone say to like that we should go there?
I think Anthony said that we took a wrong turn. It was like, we're going to Orlando, we might as well stop, and so we
Oh.
stopped and we went to the Lego store.
It was so expensive. It
Yeah,
was.
it was-
Oh
always
yeah, we went
upcharged
to a terrible. We went to a really bad, or not.
Was
it wasn't.
Tex-Mex?
No, it was just a Mexican place. But
Oh.
I spent like $26 on enchiladas. I still remember that. It was almost 2 years ago. I'm like, wow, I just spent $26 on enchiladas.
On mid enchiladas.
Yeah, they didn't
It
even
was-
have like a Mickey Mouse thing to like piss like coated in them.
Dang, Disney spoofing.
It stunk, honestly. I mean, it was nice because they had like a Uniqlo, which, if you know what that is, it's like a.
No, what's that?
It's like a Korean like H&M, like an Asian like H&M kind of. They have a
Oh.
lot of like products that are like.
They at the Lego store.
Yeah.
So I'm
it was
sorry,
like
I
that.
got. But I digress.
Yeah, because I was wondering because I'm going to the Keys. I'm coming up here.
Oh, dude, go to the Lego store.
Sorry. No, I'm
I got a hot spot.
So
for you.
yeah, because we have spring break coming up, but I'm actually taking a second spring break and going to the Keys.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Because with his family.
Yeah,
So
my family's going on a different week, so I'm gonna go with them then.
it's a lot of fun. I mean, I would ask Anthony for sure because I mean there was
Yeah,
this
you
one
told me.
restaurant we went to. I remember it was like dead at night, but then
Yeah.
like they had all those lights on like the dock and everything.
Yeah, that was cool. But
Yeah.
that was also like like right where he lived. Like that was like
Yeah,
that was
that
like
was-
half a mile from his.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot. You have to go to like every single like other restaurant in Key Largo or in the Keys in general sells key lime pie. You got to get at least one slice.
Oh
Is
my
it good?
god. Yeah.
Even if you don't like, because that's where it's from. That's where it's
Oh
originated.
Key.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah,
That was actually my reaction. I didn't know either.
no, I didn't
but-
know.
I
Oh
mean,
really?
yeah, I was just
Well,
tugging-
then, yeah, me too.
I was just tugging your balls.
I'm me too. Same. Well, sorry, yeah, no, but I don't know. Key lime pie and in the Keys just hits different, man.
I believe it.
That's a core memory from JU. That entire trip. Man, that was so much fun.
And then when we got yelled at because we weren't supposed to go, apparently.
Oh my gosh,
That was the best.
I don't bring that. Yeah.
Sorry.
That was
yeah.
the best.
That was like our third week into being like into Tom and I were from distant faraway land. We just made it to Florida and we're like, oh, Florida, new experience, new opportunity. Third weekend we get disciplined.
We got we weren't allowed to race because we went on that trip. Even though we asked our coach and he was like,
We can't get into this beef now, but
"No, it's fine.
It's
it was our fault. It was our fault. We
it's a
should not have
whole
gone."
it's a whole what
Kerfuffle.
17 months later.
We hold a grudge.
Yeah.
But
Whatever.
yeah. So I mean, beyond that trip, I mean, what else was there? I mean, what else? I mean, have you gone any since then?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Since then?
Yeah.
No, nothing like, noteworthy. But I mean, to add on to what like Lewis was talking about, like I did a lot of that type like OBX vacations when I was younger, but we did them a lot in Ocean City, Maryland. So even though I am from New Jersey and Ocean City, New Jersey's boardwalk, after, further review, Ocean City, New Jersey's boardwalk is so much better. And I hate New Jersey. So me saying that is like Ocean City, New Jersey is a fire boardwalk. And I believe it was shameless plug, but Donkey Kong Country Episode 2, where I talk about meeting a pirate on the Ocean City, New Jersey boardwalk.
And if you
Last
really want to
July.
see the picture, he did put a JPEG
Yes,
of it.
there is a picture. It's somewhere like minute 17 of the video.
Gosh.
But check it out. Yeah, I met a pirate in Ocean City, New Jersey. So that was an awesome experience. That, I guess, could count. I mean, that was in July. There was also a date, so it's not really vacation. But
That counts.
It's a
You're
vacation.
taking somewhere new. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that's
I was there for like 6 hours. But yeah, no, it was cool.
That's what I
That's
did.
even better.
The last time I went to Miami, I was there for 6 hours.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So what I was saying was Ocean City, Maryland, I guess could be recent because I would go like every summer up until maybe like 2015, and then I stopped going. Like our family stopped going because everyone was just busy and stuff. And then this last summer was the first time we went back in 7 years.
So that's what we did.
Yeah.
We took a break for like 2 years for our family reunions, like I talked
Mhm.
about. We moved it to Emerald Isle,
Yeah.
or some random place in North Carolina. And so then that's what we did last summer. We went.
You went back to OBX.
No, it was Emerald Isle. Like we
Oh.
moved it like south.
Well, what
So-
I'm saying is that we went to vacation in Ocean City every year.
Oh,
And then we stopped going,
Oh, okay.
like on vacations, period.
Mhm.
And then we went back to Ocean City 7 years later. And so what I realized was when I went back, I was like, man, this place is a lot smaller than I remembered. Because I was a little baby last time I went.
Yeah.
But it was still pretty fun nonetheless.
Yeah, those
So,
family vacations are always fun.
yeah, they hit.
They do hit.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of great memories from those. But what are some other like non-beach vacations you guys have embarked on, or non-Floridian type beat?
Well, I mean, are you talking about like domestically or foreign?
No, either one. Just like any non-beach.
Well,
stuff.
Tom, you've done some fair share. of
Yeah,
travel.
talk about your recent trip.
And you've been to a few like beyond that, right? You've been to Europe as well, no?
Batman Beyonds, yeah.
Yeah, I'm extremely lucky to have been on a lot of places, a lot of cheap flights with planes that didn't fly or that shouldn't be able to fly and stuff. So, like Europe was
Big overseas guy.
crazy, absolutely bonkers.
Was it bananas, you would say?
I would almost call, if I knew the French word for banana, I would say that, but you could,
What's-
Les bananes.
El banan.
That's not French for bananas.
Yeah.
Thanks,
But-
Louis.
But
I said it.
I went to I've been to France, Germany, Prague, Iceland,
Prague? What's that?
Prague.
Prague.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
That's
Sorry, I always-
in Turkey?
What's Prague?
It's its own country. It's
Oh no, it's not.
Prague.
I've
or
never
Czech
heard of that
Republic?
country.
Oh, it's in the Czech
Czech
Republic.
Republic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, check it. You gotta check it out.
Ah,
Everyone, leave a comment. For
Yeah.
Oh my God, Louis, shut up.
Yeah.
You
So
say leave a comment one more time.
that was an awesome trip. I loved that very much. I was with like my family and everything, and I had like a beer there because I was 15, and it's entirely legal in Europe
Wait.
because you can be 15.
Okay, good. Make sure.
And that was insane. That was pretty fun. It tasted terrible. It was cheaper than water, which was crazy. That's one of the craziest facts is that the water there is just so disgusting that they give you like alcohol instead. So, why not?
What was your favorite?
My favorite place,
Yeah.
Cologne. The food.
Wow.
There was like Olympic sports museums, and so I got to see like all these like incredible like German athletes. There was this guy. They called him like I think it was either like the Brown Bomber or something like that. And let me finish. He was a boxer and he fought Muhammad Ali, I believe,
Oh.
and I think he won. I think it was like Max Verning. I forget, but he was. I don't know. It was really cool. I watched it was a whole documentary just about him and all the stuff that he did. So Europe is like.
It's not pronounced Cologne.
Cologne.
I've been bamboozled.
It's the same way you say bologna.
I did a puzzle of the map of Europe once. Does that count?
That's pretty much like traveling there.
Yeah, right.
I would say like
I've never done anything European. I'm literally like the most American.
I've been to
person.
Epcot.
Guys, I have a mullet. If you've never seen a picture of me.
I think you would love like just going like especially like Germany or something like that. Like they love like outdoor festivals and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I like festivals.
Yeah, like I think,
Oktoberfest.
and they would love they would love your whole vibe if you had just had like a mullet and like some crazy glasses on. They would just be like,
Wow, sounds exactly like me.
no, you got the.
I look like a character straight out of Lazy Town.
You look like a Fortnite skin.
Gosh. Yeah, I look like the Juice WRLD skin from Fortnite.
I don't think he has a skin. Time out real fast. Someone look up if he has a skin in a Fortnite.
Regardless, like what? Okay. Anyway.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Wait, real quick. Since we're talking about trips, where do you drop? Where do you drop in
Oh
Fortnite?
my god. We're not doing this. Why is everything kind of a Fortnite
Tilted
segue?
Towers.
Tomato Town.
Say it.
Say
I don't
it.
know. Dude, I didn't play Fortnite that much. I gotta think.
All right,
I like the farm, the acres. What was it
He's
called?
from
Anarchy
Worcester.
Acres.
Yeah, but I liked it when it turned into a country club. You know what I'm talking about? The country club. It was in the top north part of the map.
The gentrification of a completely moderate area. Ugh.
Yeah. It was
Who remembers
sick.
what's the woods? What's the woods one again?
Wailing Woods?
Yes, Wailing. Oh, and then I'll play Fortnite.
All right. Anyway, we're not doing this.
Okay,
Guys.
okay.
We're not doing
Sorry,
this.
let's.
I'm deleting this.
back
We're
to
restarting.
back to reality.
Well, I was gonna ask you because so it's funny you bring this up. My top bucket list country right now, probably I'd have to say, is Iceland. How'd you like that trip?
That was so cool. So that was a part of the Europe one because we left from Newark, and we flew to Reykjavik.
Reykjavik.
Really?
Yes.
That's actually that's actually like my number one like spot,
awesome place.
like top
Awesome
spot in
place.
the.
It was very dark because it was kind of like during like the winter months. It was like I think it was like early March. So like it's starting to become spring, but like still like it's dark and everything. A lot of really amazing museums and stuff like that. I didn't get to stay for long because like we were only there for like maybe less than a day, like for the other flight. So we went out a little bit. No museums. I mean, there's plenty of places like just natural like hot springs and stuff like that are just truly amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
The one thing I heard about Iceland, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's like almost like no treeage.
None.
Like such an extreme lack of trees.
Yes, there's a lot of ice.
It baffles me. It's no, it's not.
No.
That's the whole Viking
I've
thing.
been deceived.
Greenland is
that's
one
the-
that's
yeah.
filled with ice.
It's the Viking story. It's like an old nomadic.
Oh, so they
tale.
swapped the two.
Yeah, so that nobody would live there. It's like an old nomadic folk tale.
They got me fooled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I the trip that I really want to take is like I got two in mind. I really, really, really want to go to
Boca Raton.
Boca Raton.
Just kidding.
No,
Destin.
no.
St.
I
Augustine.
really want to get out of here and go to
I just got to get away from it all. I need to go to
Osceola.
Ocala.
Yeah, no, I'm going to. I actually really want to go to Japan. I think that'd be cool. My dad went one time. He said it was like just so unique, and I was like, I just want to. That'd be cool. My top three would be Japan. I'd love to go to Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland's my number two.
Yeah.
I mean that one. Probably not as much of like a barrier for y'all.
Yeah, I look pretty Irish. I'm ginger.
Ginger.
And then the last one I really want to go to, just to see, dude. Maybe if we could just fly by North Korea.
Oh my god.
Just to see you. I just want to see like.
Buddy saw the interview one time.
Yeah.
Dog. I don't. Yeah,
Just to see if it's like really like the story.
You can like visit. You can
Yeah,
like
but-
straight up visit.
Yeah, but like if I like walk on the sidewalk the wrong way, they're gonna like take me away.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
see you again.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I guess I said fly by. Like maybe just take a quick like helicopter
you
ride.
get shot down.
Never mind.
So when I went to South Korea and I got to look into like the North Korean border and everything, and like my grandparents didn't want to take me to like the main like demilitarized zone because like just having like an American passport near there is just like asking for like some sort of like international like problem.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we're gonna go like this place, which is like 3 hours east, and you can like I was in like a tower. And like you could like look into the country from it, and you can like I just saw like it was mostly beaches, but I saw like a couple like little like buildings and stuff like that.
Oh, did you see like some people or?
I didn't get to see any people, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I
It's
just
a
think-
very secretive country.
Yeah, like something like North Korea or China, which is so dramatically different from our current country. I think that'd be like a cool trip. Like fly through it, check it out.
Asia is, I think, a very slept on sort of destination. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like
Or the Outback, mate. Outback.
Australia. I would love to go to
Do
Australia.
they just have like
I wanna
Outback
go to-
steakhouses everywhere in Australia?
I I feel like that's just a chain.
Oh.
But maybe it is really good. Any of our Australian fans out there?
Yeah, we're listening to this 3 days from in the future, but
No, okay, sorry. What were you saying?
No, 'cause
I didn't mean to
Australia.
cut you off. I just wanted to
I don't know.
outclass Aussies and dingo babies.
It's actually a great place to run.
Australia.
Yeah,
I believe that.
And I think so. Sydney. Some of my favorite runners are Morgan McDonald, Ollie Hoare, Jordy Beamish. Actually, he's
you are a whore for Ollie Hoare. Sorry, I get.
I am. Well, I am.
You're more of a whore for Morgan McDonald, but
I love
yeah.
Morgan. He has. Have you ever? I love Morgan McDonald's hair. You notice it, like, yeah.
He does have nice hair.
But so like they were talking about like I think it was like New Centennial Park or something like that, and it's just like a big historic park where like there's beautiful trees and stuff like that to run and everything, and like he was just talking about like how he went on like a 8 or 9 mile run there, and he just had so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there's a lot of places like deeper within the country that are interesting as well. But Sydney, like I mean, seeing the Opera House, seeing like the piers and everything, like whole different like vibe, you know. So, I would love to go to Australia one day.
Fair enough.
I'd like to go to New Zealand.
Yeah,
Another
I
beautiful
want.
country.
You know, I want to walk in New Zealand, like the Lord of the Rings.
That's what everyone wants to do. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm basic.
No, I'm just
You
kidding.
goddamn tourist.
I love that movie. Yeah. I think New Zealand sounds so cool too.
Yeah,
It sounds like I think it's like the newer version of Zealand, so that it's just like updated.
yeah. Old Zealand's outdated.
It's just not the vibe.
They got more goats than people. Yeah, they only work like 4 days a week.
In New Zealand,
Yeah.
I'm packing my bags.
My parents were pretty serious. They're like, I think we're gonna like in like 20 years we're gonna retire and go to New Zealand. I'm like, that sounds just so over the top for like no reason.
I like the change up though.
Oh, I mean,
Like everyone's like in Florida.
oh yeah, like, what
Yeah,
was
which you guys, my dream vacation would be to go to the South Side Jacksonville.
that?
Go home, go to sleep in my bed.
Dream vacay.
I want to go to sleep in your bed too.
So you said well, Lewis,
You're more than welcome to come and join me.
What were you saying, Tom?
Just ignore it. Scratch that. No, but so you were saying your number one is Japan. So
Yeah.
what is so explain why, and then I want to hear Riley's top 3 countries because he said Iceland,
Yeah.
and then there were 2 more that he wanted to go through. So we'll go with you first, and then we'll.
Yeah, my dad went to Japan on a business trip for like 2 weeks, like a few years ago, and it was like he came back and he was like it was really cool. It was definitely unique. He said like there's no trash. It's super clean.
Yeah.
He said like at the Starbucks, they drink their coffee in the Starbucks and don't walk with it out.
Mm.
And he was like, he walked with it out, was getting the looks like from everyone. So like he caught on that you gotta like drink the coffee in the Starbucks, throw it away in the Starbucks, and then go out. He says everyone takes the metro. Like little kids, 4 years old, will be taking the metro by themselves.
Yeah.
And I was like, that just sounds so it's just such a safe, unique place. Like I would love to experience. I'm like a weeaboo. It's like I want to move to Japan. It's better than America. I'm so different. Like I would dye my hair red and live in a freaking pod. No, I'm like, I'm more like just like I just want to go check it out. The countryside sounds cool. I've seen Wolverine, the 2013 one.
Good movie.
That's a
good movie.
It's like no, it just looks dope. And I was like, and then you get to like see all like the cool names like Yashuba and Yoshi and Nintendo's house there.
Oh, yeah.
Best video game makers in the world. You got like all those guys. Donkey Kong is like somewhere in there too.
There's like Konami is like also
Oh, yeah.
Konami is a big one.
Toshiba.
I'm not familiar.
Toshiba?
Oh, Toshiba. It's like
I think it's Toshiba.
yeah, and they make cars there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
No,
it's kind of neat.
And it's cool that you bring that up because just quickly and then we'll move on to Riley's.
No, take
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I want to go to Japan. Also, like the cool military base. So if I ever join the military, hopefully I get deployed there. That'd be cool.
Yeah, a lot of guys Navy do that.
The Marines too. The Marine base in
Marines,
Okinawa.
My uncle was deployed in South Korea.
Oh,
Close, but far, I guess.
yeah.
But-
Well, it's interesting because so in like especially like some of those Asian countries. Well, so your dad was in Tokyo probably, right? Or where do you remember where in Japan?
He was in some Japanese name place.
really?
That's crazy.
Let's see.
I actually don't know. I don't think it was Tokyo.
Kyoto?
I think it was it was one of those big cities, but I don't think it was like
Okinawa.
yeah, maybe one of those.
Okay.
Started with like
It's one of the more modern ones. That's fine. Yeah. I was just wondering because like especially because it sounds like he's in like one of the actual cities and everything.
Yeah.
Like Seoul for me, like when I was there, is very similar in that like very clean. I didn't see like any trash. Like if there was trash, it was already bagged and like ready to get thrown out by like the guys that come.
It was just in a bag on the road. Like, it was about to get thrown out.
Yeah, like it was done. Like it was ready to go.
Can't relate to the freaking JU campus.
Well, yeah, we just don't. I don't understand. I don't know what they do to like get that. I mean, I think it's just like they're raised on like community, like
Yeah,
like,
values.
doing something for like the community and everything.
Mm.
And like the Starbucks thing is very funny because one morning, so I went to Olympic Park in Korea and I ran on like the track and everything. It was beautiful. It was so awesome. But then so it's like 20 degrees out. I don't have any gloves, so my hands are freezing. So I go into Starbucks and I get myself a coffee and I go back outside to try and get onto a bus to take me back to like where my apartment was while I was there. And the bus driver made an X with his hands. He said no and no copy and he just told, and then he just drove off. So
You had to finish your coffee.
yeah, so no drinks or anything were allowed on the bus, and I didn't know that. And he didn't really explain it either, and I was just like, shit. So then I had to like down it and then
Freaking
wait.
foreigner.
I had to wait.
Know your rules.
I had to wait like 14 minutes or something for the next train, just like or next bus. It was so
Yeah,
ridiculous.
freaking get your stuff together, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna thank that bus driver.
I didn't.
Yeah.
When you drop off the battlefield with me in Fortnite, coming to Nintendo Switch later today.
All right, Riley. What were your two countries really?
Well, I mean, I kind of already said them. I was like, I like to go to Iceland.
You said Ireland too, right?
Yeah, Ireland. I
Yeah,
always thought
we'll take that trip together.
there's a lot. Yeah, we can go to like Cork or Galway, Dublin,
Dublin.
But yeah, it all seems very nice.
Go to the pub.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, I've already been, so I can't. But I mean, I really want to go to like the more western, like northern parts of like Canada, like the less like explored parts. I always just thought that they were really nice. But I've been to Quebec. You know, a lot of French, but Quebec, gorgeous.
It's a great city.
Mwah. And it was so small. I was there for only 3 days, and by the time that I like left, I was like surprised. I was like, oh, I like know exactly where I am. Like I'll be like on the other side of the city. Like we did this because I went for a school trip. I snuck in with the French club, even though I was a Spanish club member.
Don't tell them the rivalry.
Well, no, it
Is
didn't matter.
rivalry still going on?
It didn't matter. I paid my fee, so it was fine. But it was really cool actually. I learned zero French, but yeah, I got to learn a lot of history of Quebec. It's not Quebec, it's Quebec.
Quebec.
It was very scrumptious.
You ate the city.
The city.
That's
Yeah.
why it's not on the maps anymore. Oh.
Continue.
The first night we went to a restaurant. I remember this kid. It's so stupid. He took we got like these brownies because it was like Quebec. Like we were like, oh, an authentic like rich restaurant, and they're like the only things on the menu were like chicken fingers and like French fries with a brownie. And we got our chicken fingers and French fries and our brownie. And the kid was like, man, and he took the brownie and just smashed it on like we got like these paper placemats, like we were at a Friendlies, and he smashed the brownie like, and he's like, guys, check this out, and none of us like paid attention. He lifts up the placemat and it just like stuck to the table because it's just like all brownie underneath. And we just left it there.
How old were you guys?
Oh my goodness.
How old were y'all?
This is my sophomore year of high school.
That's just
Sorry, going into junior year. This was during the summer.
It's like 4 years ago.
Oh, it was not that long ago.
Guys, check this out.
It was an 11 out of 10 trip, I must say. But yeah, Canada, gorgeous. Please let me back in the country, even though I just spilled that detail.
Secret Service is coming for you right now from Canada.
The Moose Riders.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
They have that.
They
It's-
ride
what is
geese?
this? They're national police or something? Like,
Yeah.
Do they actually ride meese?
Mooses.
Is it mooses or meese?
It's just moose.
Oh.
Yeah, the plural is moose.
Yeah. Moose.
Sounds kind of dumb, meese.
Meese would be good, actually.
Mise en soup.
The meeses are coming.
No, it'd just be meese.
Oh.
Because now you're adding.
Oh,
meese.
no, man.
You don't say geeses.
Anyway.
Look at all these chickens.
Oh boy. Yeah, but honestly, most of the places I want to visit are more actually domestic. Like surprisingly enough, like there's a lot of places within the borders of the country that I want to visit that I think actually outnumber the foreign places that I want to visit.
I like the place I really want to go back to that I visited.
Ohio.
Yeah, dude, I love
I
Ohio.
know loves
He
it.
unironically
he
like
picks the two shittiest. Yeah, sorry. Let me
Yeah, go for it.
rephrase.
Go for it.
So like just the two most memed on states in the entire country, Ohio and Florida.
Are my two favorite states. I love Ohio.
Yeah.
So I go to Ohio once or twice every single year. I've probably been there over 30, 40 times now. I love the state of Ohio. Everything there is just awesome. It's cold. It's gray. The people are awesome. There's not any.
LeBron is from there.
Yeah, my mom went to his high school. Yeah, so
It's actually
LeBron's tweeted at my cousins before when they won the state title. He's like, "Hey, nice job, Scott." I love Ohio. Like, if I could pick one city to go back to right now, it'd be Akron, Ohio. Not for the hot, huh?
Gave a little kiss on purpose.
Yeah, sorry. I love Ohio though. One time I was on my way to Ohio and I flew through Detroit. Never doing that again.
You don't want to go to
They
you
never-
flew through it. Oh, what do you mean? Like you flew
Like,
over
we
it?
we stopped in the Detroit airport and it was a dump.
Yeah. No,
So
So to my friend Patrick, like huge Detroit guy. He loves Detroit. This
Yeah.
past winter, he was like, "You should come visit me in Detroit." I said, "Hell
you
no!"
probably never get out.
I'm like, "I am good, man. You can come here." I said straight up, "You can come here. I have no intention of visiting Detroit right now. I am a-okay."
No, but I love Ohio, and I'm sure I'll go back soon. There's just a lot to do there, and I got a lot of family. It's actually the running school because there's a lot of hills. It's we could do a better job with crime up there, but besides that, it's really nice. And I love Columbus. I love Cincinnati.
I love the void. It's my
It
favorite
just
city.
and everything there is crazy. You turn the news, and it's like the Florida stuff all over again. It's just cold. It's like Florida but cold.
Except it's cold.
Oh, Cleveland. Oh, don't even get me started on Cleveland. I love old Cleveland.
The land.
You know what Lil B says? He's like from Cleveland to Columbus, back to Akron. Like I feel that.
I don't even know how to contribute to this conversation.
So-
I can't. I can only meme on it. I can only say
I
shit
know.
I
I
see.
can't. I
I
can't.
can only.
Everything I was taught, like as a child, like only say or like if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I've been silent for the past 10 minutes.
Nah, but I love Ohio, and that's a place I want to go back to. That I listed a few on here. I go hunting in Georgia a lot. That's pretty cool. I want to it's a vacation. When I went to St. Louis, my parents shipped me off for a week to go to Washington University at St. Louis, which is a really prestigious school. It was a great time. Met a lot of new people, and that's how I went to St. Louis. So I actually remember it a lot. There's a cool museum there. It's a cool area. So I go back to St. Louis, and then I've always wanted to go to Texas, especially Houston. Considering going law school there, and then I'd say my last one. I never want to step foot in California. I feel like I'd get burned
It's
to
a
death.
little unfair.
A wildfire or something.
No, man.
You know, it'd be cool. Oregon, like to run.
Yeah, Oregon
would be
beautiful.
cool.
That's one of my top states.
Yeah, that would be cool. So definitely those are my more.
Pacific Northwest is probably like the most beautiful place. Probably contains some of the most beautiful places in the entire
Yeah,
country.
I'd be down to go to the Pacific.
I think that's Pacific Northwest. I think is a very it's a very hit or miss. I feel because like you have like places like Portland for example where like there's like just like completely crazy people.
Yeah.
But then there's also like plenty of like beautiful things that you're near.
Like rural Oregon and the running and the.
Yeah, like Eugene, like it's literally track town and stuff like
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah, my only problem with the Pacific Northwest is that I've just heard
Bigfoot sighting.
Well, I've heard my aunt used to live in Seattle, and so she told me, she was like, you'll never see the sun.
Ugh.
It is it's rainy and
it's misery.
dreary every day.
That
But
sucks.
like I've always, that area, like that kind of like, I guess biome, like the redwoods, I've always thought were really gorgeous.
I'm just not a big I don't know, California. Northern California is just Oregon. Southern California is just. I don't know.
I mean, you have Yosemite, which it's cliche, but it's still
But that would be
gorgeous.
cool.
We got
Who went there?
Victor.
Yeah.
We have a
Oh,
teammate,
yeah,
Victor, who went
yeah.
there. Yeah, he said he really liked it. But Joshua Tree as well, which is in Southern California.
Yeah.
I'd like to visit one day, maybe.
I don't know what that is. What?
It's another park.
Oh, okay.
Death Valley, like That's why I say like when you say like you never go like like
I don't
you
think
don't have to
I don't
go
think
to
I
like
want to go
LA.
to, I don't think I want to go to Death Valley.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I want to go to LA, go to like the parks or something like.
Grand, you guys, yeah, Grand.
Grand
have you
Canyon
been
would
to
be
the Grand
cool.
Canyon?
That'd be cool.
No.
Just don't fall
Well, Grand
in.
Canyon's not in California.
No, I'm saying, but like I'm just
Oh,
talking
it's
about like
not?
other places like in the country that you would want to visit.
Oh, I have like I have a massive list. I couldn't even like begin.
Yeah.
Don't you have like a playlist of just like, or you want to? I think you told me this before. You want to create like a super long playlist that you'll use to play.
Oh,
as you drive around
I
the
still
country?
have it. I'm working on it now.
Yeah.
Let me see how many songs it has.
Yeah.
I've been working on this since my freshman year of high school. So
Oh my goodness.
going on 5 years now. It has. I've actually narrowed it down because I realized there were some songs in there that I was like, why is this on here?
Well, yeah, it's your freshman year of high school.
Yeah. So I've adjusted it a little bit, but here we go. Let me find it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's perfect.
2,322 songs.
How many minutes? How many minutes?
Sorry, let me find it.
It's usually at the top.
147 hours and 22 minutes.
That would get you
Gosh.
across America.
Oh yeah, no. Well, that's that's what I'm saying. I have like ideas for like places that I want to travel. I actually wanted to start doing like planning out doing like through hikes as opposed to just road trips.
Mhm.
What's a through hike? I'm sorry, I don't.
Like trail hiking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the big my thing is I like to go against the cliches. Like it's just me being stubborn. Like that's why I'm like Yosemite is not like a high spot on my bucket list because that's where everyone wants to go. Same goes for the Grand Canyon. But what's it called? Everyone in terms of through hiking always is like, oh, I want to hike the Appalachian, but nobody's ever heard of the Continental Divide.
You've told me about the. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
only
told
know.
you
I
that-
only know about it because you
I-
brought it up.
I only know it by name. I've heard the name.
The Continental Divide Trail is longer than the Everyone thinks the Appalachian Trail is the longest trail in the country. The Continental Divide Trail is the longest trail in the country,
Kind of cool.
almost doubling the Appalachian Trail.
How do you travel it then without snowing or anything?
It does snow because it's the hardest trail. It goes through all of Colorado. It starts at the Mexico border in New Mexico, goes all the way up through New Mexico, all the way up through Colorado, all the way up through Wyoming, through Yellowstone, then does like a zigzag through Montana, through Idaho, back up to Montana, and finishes at Glacier, which is actually my top bucket list like America spot. And it finishes at Glacier at the Canada border. And that's I believe it's just over 3,000 miles.
So how many months?
It would take usually about 5 months, 5 to 6 on average months. But yeah, that would be like the biggest bucket list item. It would definitely take lots of planning and lots of like prep.
It's expensive.
That's insane to me.
It's actually not that expensive. It just takes you just have to figure out like with scheduling and stuff, which is usually the biggest hiccup in people's plans. But the biggest thing is that you just have to be like in cardio shape.
And you gotta be disciplined too. Like get
Yeah,
your
yeah. There's a
miles
lot
in.
of mind discipline. Yeah.
That sounds cool because I did a little bit of the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, I did as well.
I did the beginning part where it's a first scenic mountain look called Blood Mountain.
In Kennesaw, right?
In Georgia. So I did that. I did it wasn't the first part of the trail. It was like first 50, 60 miles. Like within that.
Yeah. Well, Georgia's the very beginning.
Yeah, so I think I did like 4 or 5 miles that day. No, more than that. I did like I think 8 of it because 4 there, 4 back to my car. So I did like 4 all the way up, and it was an awesome overlook. It was great. So that was really cool. Like, and I like on the way, I like talked to a bunch of hikers and stuff, and they were talking about how cool it is and stuff like that. So it's really neat, But yeah.
I've actually hiked 2 parts of the Appalachian Trail
Oh,
because
really?
I actually on the same trip. So my friend and I 2 years ago did a 6-day road trip down through from New Jersey down to like Nashville, but we stopped in the Smokies, hiked a little bit there, and then on the way back on the last day we hiked a couple miles in Shenandoah, which is in Virginia. And there's a lot of really nice spots up there.
That is really cool.
Yeah, we encountered a rattlesnake. That was fun. There's actually we vlogged it. It's on YouTube. It's but that was we vlogged or there was an encounter with a rattlesnake. That was funny. So
That's pretty cool.
But
Yeah, I definitely want to do the Appalachian Trail. That's definitely on my bucket list for sure.
Appalachian Trail takes Usually 4 to 5 months. 4 to
Okay.
5. I've actually watched like because Appalachian Trail would be like a prep for me if I were to do the Continental Divide. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't just do the Appalachian.
That would be insane if you just did like the full thing with no training.
The Continental, no,
Yeah.
you can't. Yeah, well, there are other trails like
We're in
there's
pretty good shape.
there's a trail. Well, it's not that. It's 90% mental. It's the same as
Yeah.
running.
Yeah,
It's 90% mental.
Yeah.
There's a trail. One of the biggest like small trails that I want to hike is actually in Idaho. It's called Sawtooth, and it's in this part of Idaho. It's in like central Idaho, which is considered, besides Alaska, the most like desolate part of the entire country. Like nobody's there, and I'm like, that really like piques my interest. Like
That's
that kind of
cool.
where there's like nobody there. It's like a personal thing, but it's like I feel like where like nobody goes, like I feel like that'd be like the sickest, you know.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's only 40 miles. So.
You know what? Do you know what would be the ideal time to do it? Graduate college in December and then go do it.
No, that's the worst time to do it.
Okay,
You
fine.
never want to do it. No.
Well, I don't know.
No, that is absolutely the worst time to do
You
it.
start in the shittiest month possible.
Yeah, that's
for the next 3 shittiest months of the year.
Yeah.
Then it
Well,
gets- then
well,
it gets
well,
hot.
well, for the Continental Divide, the best time to start is March or April.
Okay, and
Based
then-
on usually April, and you'll usually be done by September at the latest. That's usually the best time to do it. That's when you'll get the least amount of snow issues in Colorado and Wyoming, and
least
you
amount of
won't.
fun.
And you'll also at the same time avoid heat when you go through New Mexico, given you go southbound, northbound. So if I would do it, I would do it northbound. So I would start in New Mexico and I would
Yeah.
tread north.
There was this one thing that I saw which was talking about like it's called like the Alaskan like or not maybe Alaskan or Antarctic like 100 to 0 like challenge. And so what you do is these people will sit in a sauna and it's 100 degrees inside the sauna or it's like 102, and then they will run outside into the freezing cold where it's like 0 degrees like less than, and they'll run 100 meters to this flag and then go around it and then run all the way back and then back into the sauna. And it's like a crazy, insane, just like challenge or whatever because your body is just like exposed to the most insane conditions.
I guess I don't know if that's like if there's like a health issue as to why it's 100 degrees, but 100 degrees in a sauna is not that hot.
Yeah, it's like 100.
Yeah, I
120.
usual sauna like at a gym would go up to usually it's at like 180. So I feel like there's got to be some sort of like it can't go.
Oh, maybe it's more. Oh, maybe it's supposed to be more. But I think maybe if it's like would that
I feel like if
be,
it's-
way
if it's-
too
if
hot
it's too
and then
hot,
you go to
then-
0 or less than 0,
Yeah,
your body will just shut down.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I have problems like let's say like we finish from running during like the summer, like during like August or whatever, and then I hop into a cold shower.
Yeah,
Like my brain just does like a reset.
yeah.
I go into like shock for
I'm
a
gonna
second.
hold off on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked it up. It sounds pretty crazy.
You know, yeah, right? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like those types of extreme challenges.
Where is it at?
Alaska?
Oh,
it's
it is
Alaska.
Alaska.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was Alaska or Antarctica. But yeah, no, like super cool. I mean, Alaska's 100% somewhere like awesome to visit. I was talking to this one woman. She like traveled around for her job a lot, and she's been to 48 of 50 of the United States.
Wow.
But guess which 2 she hasn't been to?
Is it Alaska and Hawaii?
No.
It's probably like
Like Florida.
it's probably like
obscure
it's
states.
probably like New Hampshire and like Massachusetts.
I guess Kansas.
New Hampshire, Vermont.
I think. Have you told me this? Because
I think
there's
so.
no way I guess New Hampshire like straight out.
Yeah,
the
I
gate.
think so. But yeah, so she has traveled everywhere, but like probably like the 2 easiest states. I would feel like I can imagine like flights are expensive to Vermont. You know.
Yeah, I get it.
There's like nothing to do there.
No, I heard Vermont's
Skiing?
very. I have an aunt and uncle who actually do a lot of vacationing in Vermont. They really like it up there.
I've never been skiing.
I've never been skiing either.
Snowboard? No, nothing.
I've done tubing.
Oh yeah, too.
Poconos.
Yeah, I was supposed to say like we're
Yeah,
right
no.
by the Poconos.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
done that.
Yeah, you
Well, you
should.
live in Florida.
Yeah, you don't have like a mountain.
Been to
so-
the beach. I've been to the
Yeah,
beach.
maybe the beach. You should. Well, Lewis was supposed to come to whatchamacallit. He's supposed to come to like the Philly area
I'm going to this summer.
this summer.
Yeah. The reason
Hey.
why I didn't during the winters just didn't work out.
Yes.
Because you guys all weren't there at the same time.
No,
So I wanna
I had
see
like just gotten back from Korea.
That's
I
right.
think.
Yeah. No, you were about to leave for Korea, I believe. It was the
Where?
beginning of December.
No, I was back.
Oh, you're back.
I left like the day after Thanksgiving,
Okay.
and I was there for 2 weeks. But yes, I mean our part of the country is okay. It's fine. It's definitely a part of the country for sure.
No, it's not. Don't lie to them.
I love Florida. Ohio's pretty cool too.
I say we save up this summer. We go to we're somewhere with altitude. Altitude. I don't want to go to like whatchamacallit, Arizona. or whatever.
Wisconsin.
Flagstaff.
I mean, Arizona. Oh, Flagstaff. Okay.
That would be dope. The training and the vacationing. And
We can go to like North Carolina.
actually,
Actually,
Brevard.
my next spot that I want to go to. Well, I want to go back to Gatlinburg because Gatlinburg was the highlight of my trip,
What's
my Tennessee
Gatlinburg?
trip.
Tennessee.
It's where the Smoky Mountain entrance is.
Oh,
Smoky Mountain
that's
National Park. But it's a gorgeous area. I want to go back because I didn't spend enough time there. But I actually heard I met this drunk guy on a plane, and he told me that
Drunk guy on a plane.
he told me that Asheville, North Carolina, is more of it's just like a better, cheaper Gatlinburg. And the thing about Asheville is that it's in the Blue Ridge Mountains. So it's where like Boone is and like where like Appalachian State.
Yeah.
It's literally mountains on mountains.
Was it
That'd be
Dirks?
cool.
But is Dirks Bentley on the plane?
No.
I don't know who that
No.
is.
No.
This guy says he's drunk on a plane.
I don't know. Okay.
No.
But it's cool that you brought that up because Tampa, that's where Tampa went. Like last August, they did like altitude training there, which was cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, I wouldn't mind if we just take like a week and a half or whatever.
Oh, I'd be so down.
Or 2 weeks or whatever, and just go. That would be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a gorgeous area.
Yeah,
Mhm.
North Carolina. Ugh.
North Carolina is probably like that's like number one on my list right now for where I may move like after college.
You've talked about that before, but not like Charlotte either.
Western North Carolina,
Yeah.
like Asheville area.
Yeah,
like,
Asheville.
like that kind of area.
No, it's a big. That's a growing part of the country for sure. And I used to be very like bi-coastal. I thought like there was nothing on the inside of America, but I think that's probably like has some of like the best like upcoming cities in the entire world.
North
Yeah.
Carolina.
No,
No.
just like the middle, like the middle of the country, like
Oh.
Austin. I mean, it's getting a little whatever.
Austin.
It's getting a little.
Austin.
Let me like here. Let me.
Number one, Austin.
No.
Texas.
Like, it's
No,
Big
it's just-
belts, big cows.
it's gonna be like the biggest technology hub, but I think the people are just kind of terrible because some of the people are just people from California. But like I think like a lot of Tennessee is gonna be big. I mean, Gatlinburg. I don't think it's gonna get much bigger, but like
Well, Gatlinburg's
Memphis,
not a city. Gatlinburg is not a city.
It's a county.
No, it's a little town.
Oh.
Memphis, and Nashville are huge.
Oh, those are cities. Yeah.
I was
those
walking in
those
Memphis.
are gonna get bigger. Whatchamacallit? I think Charleston's gonna be a great city. Like, I mean, it's a very historic city. But I think it's just
No, it's in West Virginia.
Charleston.
Yeah.
Hey, Charleston,
South Carolina?
actually, Charleston's.
What am I
pretty-
thinking of?
Charleston is in West Virginia.
Charleston's in West Virginia.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, there's a Charleston, West Virginia.
Yeah, it's the capital. of West
Charleston's the capital of West Virginia.
That's-
It's
no,
super historic too.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You
about
play Fallout 76.
No,
Tom.
Tom's right. I'm just tired.
No,
Yeah, I was like, dude. Isn't
No,
no,
I was like, Jovan is like from there.
Yeah. No, he's from Columbia, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No,
Same
yeah,
difference.
that's my thing. I always get Charleston, West Virginia, and South Carolina.
Yeah, so whenever we drive to Ohio, we drive through Charleston. So I've seen it a ton of times.
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah.
really cool
Yeah.
because in between two mountains, it's in the valley.
That's badass.
And so what you do is the interstates are both on the sides of the mountains as you go through. It's just this big city in between.
Is it on I-81? Because
That
me
rings
and
a
Tony,
bell.
Yeah.
Because
That
me
rings
and
a bell.
Tony drove back from JU. We went through North Carolina, so we might have gone.
No,
on
it's not. It's not on 81.
Okay.
81 goes to Virginia.
It might be 85.
Maybe I'd have to ask.
I
him.
think
don't
it's
really
one of
know.
those high numbers,
Yeah.
I believe. Like it's in the 80s.
Yeah, 81 doesn't go through West Virginia.
Gotcha.
As far as I know, I believe, because that's what I took up to through Virginia.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry about that. I always forget that there's Charleston, South Carolina. I've heard is like really nice though.
Yeah, College
Michigan.
of Charleston's great.
Yeah. Michigan's an awesome part of the country.
I do want to visit the Upper Peninsula at some point.
Yes.
Get like a lake house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm never stepping foot in the state.
Why? Because of Detroit.
Detroit's on like.
Because it's Michigan. I'm an Ohio State fan.
Okay.
That's so ridiculous.
Although I will say Flint's pretty bad too.
Sorry,
from what
I'm
I've
really
heard.
petty.
Everyone talks about Flint. Everyone
Yeah.
talks about Flint. Everyone
I
talks
don't
about
like
the bad
Michigan.
stuff about Michigan.
Yeah.
Name 3 things good about Michigan right now.
The Upper
Great.
Peninsula. It's next to Wisconsin,
Great Lake.
and it's not New Jersey.
That's true.
One of those 3 reasons. It's not New Jersey. The Upper Peninsula. It's next to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
If you listen to the whole thing at 50 minutes, you will find out what top 3 things about Michigan are.
Yeah.
From people that have never been to Michigan.
Except for me.
What?
I'm in Detroit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Detroit. That's
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Hey,
that's definitely
Detroit, eh?
one. Yeah.
Can't have it in Detroit.
I really want to go to Texas. Though. I mean, Texas is a good spot.
Dude,
Louisiana. You guys haven't been to New Orleans.
I
New Orleans is
haven't. I have.
awesome.
Dude, we have a teammate. Shout out Owen.
Shout out Owen.
He's a big New Orleans guy.
He gave me a whole list. It was awesome. I'm very happy that I asked him about it. He gave me a whole list of just places to go and eat when I went. And I went to the one place. It was so good. I ate two different types of burgers and a grilled cheese. And I just I was just sweating grease. I was like,
Dude, we should have. Yeah, New Orleans would be cool. LSU that's a cool.
Well, that's in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, which is like I think half an hour maybe.
I don't even know.
It's old. I think it's a little bit further than that. I think I asked Owen. He said it was like an hour.
Yeah, it's definitely a different part of the state, but it's still fun. It's a very fun part.
It would be cool to go to. I think Louisiana's always it's always forgotten because it's like wedged between Texas and then it's wedged between like Mississippi and Alabama.
Also, a lot of the state, I mean, the whole state is just mostly known for New Orleans and stuff like that. So it's hard to really.
Yeah, but who lives in the upper part of Louisiana? Like who's I'm from North Louisiana.
Maybe Owen. Because
Yeah.
No, I
he's
thought
from
he was-
Southern Missouri.
Owen's from
Mississippi-
Southern
Missouri.
Missouri.
Southern Mississippi.
Southern Mississippi. Oh no, but Mississippi is like to the left.
I'm talking about how
To the right,
Louisiana
also.
shaped like an L. I was talking about that upper L part. Like who's
Yeah.
from
Well,
Louisiana?
north of Louisiana is Arkansas.
Oh,
Yeah, not
forgot
Missouri.
I forgot that was a state too.
Whatchamacallit? Billings, Montana.
Billings, Montana. It was actually funny you bring that up. That was the school. I had to do a senior year project on I took a Microsoft Office class and I had to do a senior project where we had to budget out an entire trip hypothetical where we would go, and I got flamed because I was the only one who did a place in the country, and I did Billings, Montana.
It's a
That's
nice
pretty
little
cool.
spot.
Yeah, but everyone did I want to go to Israel or I want to go to Egypt,
I don't know if you want to go to Israel.
and
though.
it's I want to go to.
Why not?
I don't know.
Well, I'm just listing off. I don't even know if somebody did Egypt. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
places. I want to go to Sweden. I'm okay. I want to go to this town in Montana
Billings,
that
Montana.
has some nice trails and it has some breweries and it looks really nice.
It's a beautiful spot.
No, you have to choose something else.
No, I got an A. It was chill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the teacher was cool.
Yeah, she's very original
Yeah.
and probably well researched and all the other stuff. But imagine she only grades depending on where you went,
Yeah.
and where you said to go.
Shit, crappy trip.
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah.
Cliche.
Cleveland, Ohio. Aw.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit. But what was I thinking of? Shoot. I mean, because we're talking about New Orleans. But
I don't know. You just randomly brought up Billings, so that got me whoa.
well, I think. Well, okay, all right. So here's one thing. So there's a guy in one of my accounting classes, and he's from Dallas, and he was the only person I've ever heard in the entire world talk smack about Montana, and he was like, they have the least efficient ranches. And
Well, I have to say something about Montana. I think Montana is a little overrated. I think Montana. People think of Montana. They think of the western 10% of Montana is what everyone thinks of the entire state, but nobody realizes that 90% of Montana is just open fields.
Yeah, it's flat.
Yeah, but the western 10%. That's why I like Idaho a lot more because Idaho is a lot more proportionally what people think Montana is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Idaho is probably my number one. It always was Montana, but up until recently, maybe a year ago, got switched over to Idaho. So Idaho, you have my heart, babe. Wow.
Yeah. Real quick, places we would never visit in our entire lives. We
Ohio.
have 3 places. Ohio, yeah, that's pretty good. North Dakota, no interest.
I actually want to visit North Dakota. You and I almost went to a concert in North Dakota.
No, it was Minneapolis.
No,
No, it was
no,
North
North.
Dakota.
No, the band is from North Dakota.
No, actually,
Oh.
I was gonna say my dad used to spend a lot of time in North Dakota. He would go hunting with the governor, and he said it was a lot of fun. Like it was like a good time.
That's so crazy.
He said it's like really freezing cold, but he says like the people are awesome. Like the fellowship's really cool. It's like a cool kind of like
That's
little area.
interesting.
Yeah. So
Why do you say North Dakota, Tom?
So I only know because my dad went and he was there for like a business trip, and he said he drove across the entire state and he did not see anything. He didn't see any trees. He didn't see
there's nothing.
farms. He didn't see anything. He said it was blank for miles. And I was like, I think that would just give me like some sort of like illness. Like I don't like, you know how like what you were saying about like Seattle. That's how I imagine like that
I
is. But
gotcha.
like, there's not even like a city. You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, South Dakota's maybe more chill, but
Well, everyone's like South Dakota more because South Dakota has the Mount Rushmore, but you know, there's more to a state
Yeah.
than just one landmark.
well, yeah. What else is in there? You know.
There's another park that I want to go to. I think it's called the Badlands. I believe it's in South Dakota. It's either in South Dakota or North Dakota, but I did a geography project on it. That's the only reason I know. But
So you'll go to the Badlands, but you won't go to Death Valley.
well, the thing is that Death Valley's like 110. Like I don't want to go 110 degrees of just blank open desert. Like I can go to cooler deserts. Badlands is like an actual like national park. Like it looks cool. Like there's like really cool like rock. It's like really cool rock paths and stuff.
In PA, have you ever been to Ringing Rocks?
Yes.
Isn't that place so cool?
Yeah, I went when I was really little, and I was like, "Why am I here? I want to go home."
I was really confused too. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was before like we could just like numb our brains with something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's very it was pretty cool, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Philly, well, not really Philly, but I mean Pennsylvania has a lot of like places that are really cool, like Jim Thorpe.
I will say, Jim Thorpe. I went whitewater rafting in Jim Thorpe.
Awesome.
I will say, Pennsylvania. I actually, when I was really little, like Western Pennsylvania is where I wanted to move to when I was like older. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, things changed, but I mean, I thought PA was. I've always thought PA was nice. I've always been a Pennsylvania fan. I will say it's very controversial, but
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you guys were to visit, like, you'd really like. I mean, you've been, so you know.
I've
more Lewis.
Yeah. Well, yeah. My opinion on Pennsylvania is that if you go anywhere north of Allentown and anywhere west of Reading, you're in a good part of Pennsylvania.
Wow, just that's so
Literally just anywhere besides Philadelphia,
Dude.
Chester area.
that's so insane because like you're just chill with like Happy Valley and like
Oh, I love it.
I don't know.
I know. Tom and I are very like different.
We have different views on like the cities
Yeah.
and everything. I mean, it's not like I hate like the rest of the country. It's not like I'm gonna tell you to like not go to like
Yeah.
the rest of PA. It's just
Okay, so what's your third place?
would never go to. Lewis,
Yeah.
where would you never go to? You said I guess Michigan.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Michigan.
Anywhere else? Because you said that earlier.
I don't know. I really thought that through. I don't really have an interest, unfortunately, like going like to India or like anything.
Why not?
I don't know, or India, or I don't really have an interest there. Like I don't know, like there's no. I don't really know anything about it. Like,
It's very crowded.
and you told me to choose 3 places, so I'm just kind of I'm playing GeoGuessr.
Yeah.
I guess like. I do want to go to Australia.
In the States? Well, in the States. You
In the
don't wanna go
States.
somewhere?
Like maybe Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas, actually, I actually saw some research. Kansas is apparently the worst state to drive through, according to. I actually had an aunt that lived in Kansas.
Guess I
and-
wasn't far off.
Yeah, apparently I've heard Kansas, like from multiple sources, is what your dad described North Dakota as, Tom.
Yeah, so yeah, probably in the States it would probably be Kansas. Like, can I be specific? Like Southern California, probably.
Yeah.
Like the and
Because
then
I was gonna say LA.
yeah, LA-ish area, and then I probably like Arkansas, like the other Kansas, Arkansas.
This is Arkansas.
This is
Kansas. America America explain.
Yeah, let's all.
I actually do want to go to Little Rock. I want to see it.
Sounds cool.
Just to say I've been. I mean, yeah. But okay, I mean, I guess I would say I have family that live in LA actually. So me saying LA, sorry, but LA.
Uncles?
I have two uncles that live. Well, they live in Burbank, which is just outside LA,
Yeah.
which is actually the nicer part of LA, from what I've heard. But I'd say LA.
Is there a part of LA that's
Well, it's not in LA. It's like the Chester to Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's like it's the surrounding counties. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, real quick, last one before we head out, because it is getting to be that time. We're all gonna go to sleep. Oklahoma, awesome place. My uncle Ed is from there. He went to school there. He lived there his whole life, and he moved out here, or to, I guess, Pennsylvania, not to Florida. And he tells me all these really crazy stories about when he was younger, about like what he used to do with his mom and all this stuff around there. And then he told me this really cool story about how Oklahoma, because they didn't get like a lot of water, they made all these huge, massive man-made lakes. So there's like 1 million lakes there, like small lakes that people will go to and everything. So it's really interesting. And so next time they kind of go back and visit, I would highly like consider trying to go with them, because it sounds like a really interesting place to be.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I've heard some cool things about Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a thought. But any other final thoughts, guys? Comments, concerns?
No, I'm kind of want to travel now.
I know
That's
it's
what I
a
was
little-
saying. It's gonna make me giddy.
it's a little
Don't be
depressing.
surprised if you just don't like hear from me for the next couple days.
Yo, where's Riley go? Yeah, he's off in North Dakota.
He's walking a trail
Yeah.
for the next 3 to 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't call or text.
Phone's on D&D. I have a 147-hour playlist cooking.
You go on the Spotify where you can see where people's listening. It's just him listening.
Yeah.
All right.
Just running up that hill on repeat.
Okay.
All right. With that being said, I guess
like, comment, subscribe.
Oh my gosh.
and good night,
Comment,
guys.
comment.
And as they say in Florida, because we're talking about the states, good night.
Jid.
They do say that in only Florida.
Yeah.
Nintendawgs out.